Alright, so what we're dealing with here today at the house. I'm not at the shop today. It's Saturday. I don't feel like working. But it's too early for drinking. So, while I'm still alive and breathing well, and before the wife gets home, what we are dealing with here is a 1985 Oldsmobile Delta 88 Royale Brougham. It is original. It does need a bit of work. That should be sandblasted, blah blah blah. Vinyl top should be replaced. Minor stuff. And, you know, it wouldn't hurt if this vehicle was compounded. I haven't washed it. I'm going to actually do that here in a few minutes. So anyway, 1985. Now this thing did have center caps. When I went to go look at the car, for some reason the center caps are gone. Now I know I didn't pawn them off, so I guess the original owner decided to keep them as souvenirs. I don't really care. I have a box full of them in my garage loft. I'll get a few of those. So, not a big deal. Still, I mean, I wish people wouldn't do that. Kind of drives me nuts, but thankfully I got tons of extra parts, especially crap like that. I have literally boxes and oodles of boxes of center caps, wheel discs, so no shortage of that crap here. So bumper fillers are in absolutely immaculate condition. This grill is out of a 98 Oldsmobile instead of the 88, so it's got different slots. It's not terribly different. Take a look at the inside. Got opera lamps. So the seats pretty well resemble my 88 Caprice. I do think this lights up at night, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. So anyway, his cigarette lighter, you know, everything is kind of just laid out right here. He showed me a big list of papers for the vehicle, and he had a lot of work done to it, which is good. So, I mean, I like seeing stuff like that. So, we got power seats up front, power door locks. They work. We don't have power seat on this side though. Got a little compartment here. You can store really a lot of nothing in there. What else? I don't even know if those opera lamps work. They're electroluminescent. They actually do hum when lights are on. I stuck my ear next to it. I couldn't really hear them hum, so I'm going to wait until dark to see if they work. I'm pretty sure they do work. The car only has 103,000 clicks on it. Luxury sedan. So, we got seat pockets. So the car is very dusty. It's been parked in a garage for years. Now, I'm the third owner of this vehicle. He bought this in way up north from well, actually what had happened was that an elderly couple, an Italian couple, bought it new in 1985 for $20,000. Now, this car was top of the line back in 1985 before they decided to, you know, invent that downsized, mid-size crap, front-wheel drive. Anyway, not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, I'm just not a big, huge fan of them. So, this was the last model year for the Delta 88 in this rear-wheel drive platform. They should never have downsized them. But, anyway. So, he bought it in 2013, and then I bought it just today. He bought it, had it freighted down here, and then, believe it or not, this is a local car. It sat here in my hometown, but it sat in the garage for forever, since he had it. So, and then all of a sudden he decided to move, so he had to let the car go. He had no room for it, and well, now I have it. I'll start it up for you guys. I mean, everything's immaculate. Inner and outers are good. You know, I'm never gonna winter drive it. I think he said he winter drove it once. which is fine. It didn't kill the car, so driving a vehicle in the winter is fine as long as you rinse out the undercarriage real good, but you know, I prefer not to winter drive a vehicle. So anyway, okay, so like I say, the odometer rolled. So we got a 0 in front there. It's 103,778. You know, we got the basics. Now the engine, it needs a tune-up real bad. The carburetors, I think the choke is actually not set properly. It stalls a lot, and the belts are dry, very dry. They squeal. Maybe it'll stay alive. Maybe not. What I normally have to do to keep it alive is I actually have to turn the air conditioner on, tap the accelerator, and it kind of keeps it on high idle. It's still going to want to stall though. Minor stuff, right? It's not that big of a deal. So no splits or anything in the windshield. I mean, everything looks good. Seats are great. Transmission works good. I took it for a test drive. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the vehicle. Just could use a paint job, more or less. Yeah, so I really wanted a station wagon though. I really didn't want another sedan, but it's like, you know what? I'm never gonna find something that's this local. And the guy actually drove it right into my driveway. I gave him money and I gave him a lift back. I mean, I didn't have to travel anywhere for this car. And it's not even a local car. Damn it. You know, it was bought way up north, but he brought it down here. He had it freighted down here, owned it for a few years, and then sold it to me, and he drove it here. So, I mean, you can't go wrong. So it is a 307 Oldsmobile. It's, you know, it's just one of those things. They were an alright engine. They weren't really a powerhouse by any means, but the only really crappy part about this thing is that I'm trying to roll the odometer to 0, but the thing is I got to push in and turn it until all the zeros are showing. Like, it's not a push in and then they all go to 0. Like, I mean, that's really inconvenient, and I'm surprised GM even made something like this. Like, see, if you take note here, like, I mean, this is absolutely horrendous. Like, seriously. Like, I didn't think something like that existed. Or maybe it's supposed to technically turn everything back, but I mean, maybe it's wore out, but I mean, this is really ridiculous. Anyway, who cares? I'll show you guys the power plant. Now that I got it to stay running, I don't have to keep my foot on the gas anymore. Okay, maybe I do. So, like I say, it needs a bit of a tune-up. I mean, definitely maybe a fuel filter. It starts good. I think it's just mostly the carburetor just needs to be adjusted. And I'll give it an engine degreasing, because it is definitely dusty and yucky under here. So let's see if we can get it going again here. Oh, you gotta love buying a car and then you gotta tweak it later. Thankfully the wife isn't home yet. She's gonna freaking kill me. So it sounds like I have a loose belt here. It might be for the alternator, I don't know. Might just put new belts on it anyway, just to say that I did. Still sounds like it wants to stop. Oh well. I mean, give me a couple days with it, I'll make it look good. And I'll have it running right. I'll have it running better. Probably going to compound this too, just to try and see if I can get the paint to... Actually, the paint looks pretty good. It's just the final top is really horrible, so I'm going to compound it anyway to see if I can make it look good enough. I'll probably will give it a paint job in the spring, but you know, I'm not going to do anything with it right now. So it's not horrendous. I mean, the chrome is absolutely beautiful on this thing.